Last month was full of exciting scientific breakthrough. We saw a man regaining the ability to walk after 30 years suffering from Parkinson. We saw a robot ready to terraform Mars. We saw the Amaterasu particle, the second most powerful cosmic ray ever detected. Amazing, yet these were not even our most popular shorts. Like every month, I dived into the channel analytics to rank the top 5 video per like and views. They are really the must-see of November, so enjoy. Let's start immediately at number 5. Space pregnancy, mouse embryos trip to space. Space, the final frontier, and the dream of many. Scientists are the ones working to make it a reality, but there are many challenges, one of which is the uncertainty of how pregnancy is affected by the unique conditions of space and alien planets, with a different gravity and without Earth's protection against radiation. In a pioneering effort, a team of Japanese researchers sent mouse embryos to the International Space Station, where astronauts nurtured them for 4 days before their return to Earth. Examinations revealed normal development, a beacon of promise. This marks a hopeful milestone, the first ever spacefaring mammalian embryos. Yet, it was a mere 4-day voyage, not a full-term pregnancy. The path to space colonization, it's still a thrilling long haul ahead. Wow, I love this one. Quite an odd experiment to do. But actually, similar studies were previously conducted on sea urchins, fish, and amphibians. This new study is more relevant to us because this is the first on mammals. Some of you might argue that this is way too early to take the issue of pregnancy in space very seriously. There have been female astronauts staying in space stations for months, but it's not like anyone planned to have babies in space anytime soon. Yet, I think it's fair to want to know. The goal of the Artemis program at NASA is to establish a permanent human base on the Moon and prepare for human trip to Mars. The first astronauts have already been selected and should fly to the Moon in the next few years. Who knows what the future holds? Speaking about the future, the next video, at number 4, is about the future of manufacturing. It is 3D printing with a vision. This robot hand has been 3D printed. 3D printing is considered the future of manufacturing and is able to produce complex structures. But it has 2 major limitations. It is especially challenging to print several materials in a single process, and the most tiny defect in printing can totally destroy the final product. But behold this new 3D printer, which solves these issues. Designed by researchers at MIT and ETH, this is called vision-controlled jetting. It uses an inkjet printing system with a wide range of possible materials, even soft ones. After each layer is printed, this unit quickly scans the surface and immediately adapts the printing program of the next layer to compensate for any defect. As a proof of concept, they printed this hand containing both soft and rigid polymers, an artificial heart, a walking robot, and metamaterials, but this is just the beginning. This printer looks so big, so clearly this version is not going to be in anyone's home. But it could be used in factories if it is cheaper than alternatives. One viewer expressed concerns that 3D printing is not going to be the future of manufacturing because it is too slow and requires a lot of setup and troubleshooting. But I argue that this new design is a really smart approach to reduce the troubleshooting issue, as it auto-corrects itself. I also want to mention that there are many 3D printing startups, and we are still at a very early stage of the technology, so it will continue to improve, and it is important to be cautious, not overhype, but remain open to new technologies. On a totally different topic, it is now time to move to our next video. At number 3, we have Moon's secret beneath our feet. This is Theia, a planet almost as big as Mars, quietly sailing along the cosmos, until boom! It smashes into Earth around 4.5 billion years ago. The fallout? Our very own Moon. This is widely accepted as the most plausible moon formation theory. Now, scientists published results of an advanced giant impact simulations of Theia and Earth. Rather than looking at the moon formation, they focused on the Earth mantle and found that the 2 mysterious abnormal areas in the lowermost mantle of Earth, called large low-velocity provinces, previously known but unexplained, may be remnants of Theia, buried and preserved. The funny idea that parts of the moon are trapped deep below our feet might actually be correct. Further experiments are needed to confirm these simulations. The fact that there are 2 unexplained large blobs in Earth's mantle is not well known by the general public, but it has been decades that this is bothering experts in this field. This is actually one of the hottest topics. The work mentioned in the video is a simulation, and so several viewers argued that this is just theory, not fact, even questioning the part about the moon formation. Of course, I think theory can and should be challenged, But the moon formation theory is quite robust and still holds up after scrutiny. Regarding the origin of the two strange blobs deep below us, the simulation is based on the most accurate model possible and follows the scientific method. As I mentioned in the video, further investigation is needed, but this hypothesis cannot be so easily discarded. If there is new proof disproving this theory, I will be sure to make a video, so subscribe to the channel. Let's now move to the top two, with Pseudo Technetium Carbide. This shiny grey metal is Technetium, the element Tc, atomic number 43 on the periodic table. It's not just any element, it's the first artificially man-made element. Obtained from a nuclear reactor or fission product of uranium, Technetium is rare and radioactive, with no stable isotope. But a team of brilliant Japanese scientists have just made a great discovery. They've created a stable pseudo-technetium carbide, a compound that behaves just like technetium carbide, but without the pesky radioactivity. How did they do it? By combining molybdenum, ruthenium, and carbon in a solid solution. As molybdenum and ruthenium are the elemental neighbor of technetium, their alloy imitates the electronic structure and superconducting signature of Tc, opening up a whole new world of possibilities for chemists and physicists. It's like having a brand new element to play with. Who knows what incredible applications could be invented with this? First, I would like to give a shout out to Chris HX30M, who pointed out that this footage is fusion reactor, while I was talking about fission product. Yes, I don't have footage of a fission reactor, so I used the second best thing. It does not change the story at all. The video is not about fission reaction, but focuses on the development of pseudo-technetium. I take this opportunity to mention that the radioactive technetium is being used in a few applications. The main one is as a radioactive tracer for medical imaging. Obviously, as this new pseudo-technetium is not radioactive anymore, it will have very different applications, exploiting the other physical and chemical properties of technetium. Now it is finally time to unveil our #1 video of November. I'm glad to present the mysterious explosion in space, the Tasmanian Devil. Coming from galaxies far away, there is a mind-blowing phenomenon hidden in the night sky. It's called the luminous fast blue optical transient, and it's like nothing we've ever seen before. These dazzling bursts of light are a sign of some explosion in space, but they are rare and flash at peak intensity for hours instead of fading away gradually like supernovas. First discovered in 2018, only 7 similar events have been observed across the vast expanse of the universe. The debate on what could be causing these cosmic fireworks has been raging ever since. One of these extragalactic flares was particularly weird. Bursting in 2022 and nicknamed the Tasmanian Devil, it pulsed intensely 14 times for just a few minutes each time, but spread over 4 months. Scientists recently finished analyzing records of the Tasmanian Devil and offers clues on its origin. They narrowed down the answer to either a rotating magnetar or an accreting black hole. Hopefully more observations could give the definitive answer. I'm planning to make a longer video focusing on this Tasmanian Devil, and maybe a few other long video on other topics like I did last month. What topic would you like me to discuss more? Leave your comments below, hit the like button on your favorite YouTube shorts, share and subscribe. Thank you, and see you tomorrow for a new scientific breakthrough.